I will now speak to you as Henry Bennett, the son of Eli Bennett of Essex, who arrived in Australia on the sailing ship Suffolk in 1857. I've got to get dressed up. Yeah, this is the best hat we could find.
Oh, you look like Henry Bennett.
He does.
Oh, you just...
He does.
Okay, I was born on the 3rd of March 1844 to Eli and Elizabeth Bennett and baptised at the parish church Great Worley, Essex. My sister Emma was then 2 years of age. When I was 13 years old, we left England on the 21st of May 1857 from Gravesend on the Thames. You heard this before. On board with our little family was my father's widowed sister, Amelia, and her children, William and Sarah, who were much older than me, being 29 and 21 years of age. Accompanying us on the ship were 206 souls. After a rough and traumatic journey, we finally arrived in Geelong on the 20th of August 1857, after 3 months at sea. We all set off for Ballarat in search for gold. According to my son, Eli, my father, Eli, imported iron houses in sections, some of which were still in existence in Ballarat in 1926. No luck with the gold, so in 1860 I moved with my family to North Fitzroy. Some of this you've heard from Bob. My father set up a business in Miller Street, Brunswick, under the name of E. Bennett and Son, carpenter and joiner. And the family moved to 424 Heidelberg Road, now Queen's Parade, Clifton Hill, where we had built for us two-story Gothic style houses. Out here, Queen's Parade, you all know it, for those who live in Melbourne, not far away. I, being Henry, then built a timber cottage to the north of these houses, and on the 2nd of July 1868 I married my darling Kate Dyson, and together we moved into this cottage. After a time I built a 2-story brick house on a fine bluestone base on the corner lot now known as 428 Queen's Parade. Our children came along. There was Blanche in October 1869, Mary in July 1871, 2 years, Kate, August 1873, 2 years, Amelia, September 1875, 2 years, Henry, March 1878, but he died in July 1886, aged 8 years. Arthur, April 1883, and he died in November 1884. And Alfred, the last one, in June 1887. Goodness me, they had to keep going until they had a male child that lived, just like the Royals. Then there was a change in our lives. I was employed at the Royal Botanical Gardens as an apprentice, and after 6 years I was promoted to a position as carpenter and painter. After nearly 20 years at Queen's Parade, I moved the family to Berkeley Street, Mordialloc, to be near Kate's sister and her family. This was a happy time for the family, with lots of fishing and walks in the surrounding bushland. I was still working at the Botanical Gardens. After a number... Gee, I'm hot in this car. After a number of years in Mordialloc, we moved back to North Fitzroy, and I continued to work at the gardens until my death in 1903. I was only 59 years old. My dear wife Kate died 3 years earlier of a stomach cancer. My land at Queen's Parade was left to my 4 surviving children, with an allotment of land in Ross Street, Northcote, which is on the other side of Queen's Parade, adjacent to my in-laws' nursery, to my surviving son, Alfred Henry Eli Bennett. My last words to my son were, I am not afraid to meet my Maker. Thank you.